The second week of BeamNG Monster Jam competition starts out with the East Division drivers here in East Rutherford, New Jersey at the Metlife Stadium. Last season we saw Justin Zeidel and Gravedigger claim victory in this event, jumping over Matthew Burnett's Max D to get it done. What will happen here tonight as 15 drivers try to claim victory in East Rutherford at the Metlife Stadium?
It's about that time, so put it up, let's get it on. Made it this far, time to show the world who's number one. Pull it up to the line, let's do it. Anything in my way, I'm running through it. I watch the lights and my hands are sweaty. I hear the people screaming, so you better get ready. Cause when it drops, I'ma take the shot, rock the spot, make it hot. Cause it's about that time. It's about that. It's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that. Cause it's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that time. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's about that time. It's about that. It's about that time. It's been a long time.
Last season, it was the first event of the East Division Series here at Metlife Stadium. This season is the second event of the third season here in the East Division. We're here in East Rutherford, New Jersey for Christmas Eve, Trey. It's great to be up here on Christmas Eve. These drivers ready to get going. In Season 1, the East Division drivers battled it out on Christmas Day. Now they're here in East Rutherford on Christmas Eve. What do you expect to see here in New Jersey?
Who's going to get the gift that everyone wants, and that's the event win. I mean, this track is pretty unique looking. I mean, it kind of looks like most tracks, but, you know, every track has their own thing that makes them unique in their own special way. So we'll have to see who's going to be able to, be on top of the leaderboard by the end of this thing.
Yeah, we'll see who can go the biggest here in East Rutherford. We saw some great freestyle runs last week out in Tampa. Nolan Lawrence coming away in overboard the event victory. We'll see who can get it done here this week in the Metlife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey, as we'll go take a look at the 15 trucks and where they'll come out here for this freestyle. Kicking us off, it'll be Scooby-Doo and Bronson Minnick. Then in Hot Wheels, it's William Seaman, and behind the wheel of Son of a Digger, it's Jake Galloway.
Taz, we got Jay Randa Raising Canes, driven by Alexander Rowan, and Hooked, we have Aaron Abel.
Then we have Overkill Evolution and Connor Jacklin. In Gravedigger, it's Justin Zeidel. And in Blue Thunder, we have Jordan Stout.
And Predator, it's Zachary DeLello. Mad Scientist is Marshall Burrow. And Monster Energy, it's Luke Rainey.
Then the final three, Stone Crusher Chris Reynolds, Max D, Matthew Burnett, and in Overboard, Nolan Lawrence. The top three from Tampa, they'll go out last here in East Rutherford this week. Kicking us off, though, here on Christmas Eve, Bronson Minnick and the Scooby-Doo comes out. Look at the packed stands. Even on Christmas Eve, these drivers looking to put on a show for this packed crowd in the Metlife Stadium.
Well, you know, we got the first week jitters out of the way, so we'll have to see how these drivers come up, you know, next year. I believe, after this, there's 3 events left, Joe?
Yep, 3 events left after this until we get to the last chance event or the World Finals. So the pressure could start building after this one. This could really set up drivers where they might be in terms of points entering the final few events of the season.
I mean, you know, a lot of people might think it's still, you know, a event or too early to say this, but I mean, everything from this point on, it's going to really count to where, you know, whether you're going to be nervous on, you know, 3 weeks from now or not, considering if you can make it into the World Finals or, you know, last chance qualifier.
And for Bronson Minnick especially, you know, I think he used up his one mulligan last week in Tampa. He went out early and ended up being last in Tampa. So far, he's had a decent run here in East Rutherford, but you can't have many bad days in a 5-event series and hope to get it done. So the Scooby-Doo gonna try and do well here, but he's already in trouble on the sidewalls, and it's an amazing save for Bronson Minnick.
I think you could say he was caught up by how grippy this dirt is here. Maybe a little bit more tackier than he was expecting it to be, because he whipped that truck around and those tires caught grip and put him right up onto his side. Nice combination there, though, and he put it right back down.
That was a dangerous combination, but it makes it work. Scooby-Doo into the final 15 seconds of the run, going for the backflip into the side of the obstacle, trying to come into a full rotation. It's close, but it's upside down. Will he have a chance to save it? I don't think so. It's on its roof. There's no way it can get any grip there.
I think the ear stopped it from rotating a little bit more. I think they parked up right onto Scooby-Doo's ears there, but I mean, what a way to end his run here with a few, I guess you can say scary moments like this one right here.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, that is crazy, but he turned it around fast enough to get into the save. If he wasn't able to turn that fast, I don't think that truck's coming back onto all 4 tires, and it counts as a wow factor for the judges.
And then coming up to, I believe it's going to be the move that right here. Goes for a backflip, not quite enough, hits it on the nose, gets the rotation, but the hose might have caused it to go, the hood, might have caused it to go up and over and onto the roof. Scooby-Doo goes.
Just a few seconds left on the clock, so nothing too detrimental to the score. And it will be a 21.5, so a solid backup from Bronson Mick and Scooby-Doo after his bad run in Tampa. This was a good kind of foot forward into the next 3 events of the season. Now we have William Seaman and Hot Wheels coming out. Another driver that flipped over early in Tampa. And actually go down there and kiss the wall to start out the run here in East Rutherford.
We've seen our fair share of wall kisses in the first week here with all 3 series. Might as well continue into the second week, huh?
Might as well. Just keep it going, I guess. We saw a lot on the West Division because of the rain, but no rain here. But William Seaman still had trouble getting it turned around before the wall.
Yeah, nice little slap really there by Hot Wheels. Going to turn it around here. What's he going to be looking for next? He's going to hit the little, I guess you can call that a tabletop-ish section there, kind of a really big pod section, and he's going to land that perfectly and look for another one. He's not going to get it up on 2 wheels as Scooby-Doo did.
He goes over the pod there, 30 seconds into the run, already into the final minute. So William Seaman doing some good momentum right now in the Hot Wheels, but definitely needs to find some crazy moments in this run if he wants to expect to try and beat the 21.5 set by Scooby-Doo. So nice there right there. Tries to pull into a wheelie, but looks like the pod got him caught out there. Now he's into the final 40 seconds track.
Whip it around here, head for the pod section again, get some nice air off of that. He'll land it onto the back tires, control the bounce, nicely done by that. It always can go bad, you never know what's going to happen. I was going to go for the backflip ramp there, but he thought differently of. He's going to hit the MX hill, nice air off of that with 20 seconds left.
Yeah, so far it's been a solid run, but he definitely needs to do something crazy to try and beat Scooby-Doo and Bronson Mick, who also was pretty solid to start out. He's going to the back of the racing lane. Nice little skyway off that, down to the final 10 seconds. Trey needs something here to end out the run a big way. Looks like he's setting up for a backflip. First driver of the night off of that ramp. It rotates in air, but it lands nicely, and it's a backflip counted for the Hot Wheels truck and William Seaman.
I mean, I'm going to have to assume it's probably not the way he wanted the backflip to go, but as you said, I mean, a backflip's a backflip in the judge's eyes, and I think that's good. They're going to count it as one there, as he's doing some extracurricular activities here with some donuts for the fans.
Yeah, it's just a Christmas present to the fans right here. He's giving some extra away. A good run for William Seaman and the Hot Wheels. We'll have to see if that can contest with Scooby-Doo and Bronson Mick. The runs were very similar. Will maybe the backflip that we'll see right here, Trey, put William Seaman over and get him to the freestyle lead?
You see, he does it right here, and he might have hit it a little bit out of an angle. That's what kicked the truck out to the side there, but I mean, he landed it and set him up perfectly. So 23. I mean, Joe, we got a new leader. We'll have to see how long this can hold.
Yeah, point and a half right there. New leader for William Seaman. Now we have son of a digger Jake Galloway, who went over early in Tampa, last season Central Division champion, and Jake Galloway looking to rebound after his bad fortunes in Tampa. Remember, he's going out big this season. He's not going to be steadily increasing throughout the run. He's going big from the get-go. We'll see if it catches him out this week.
Wheelie there by Jake. He's going to turn it around here. Didn't really get the truck to kick out the way he wanted to. Nip the back of the ramp. He's going to hit the tabletop there. Nicely done by him.
Nearing down, 30 seconds complete in the run, trying to carry that some bigger momentum that we're going to be seeing throughout this season. Some nice air over the pod right there, landed down almost perfectly in the other end, but does pull into a nice little wheel. Has to put it down before he got to that backflip ramp into the side of the tabletop. So far, it's been a solid run for Jake Galloway, carrying some nice momentum and getting some nice air off these obstacles. Just needs to fill out the clock, something he couldn't do last week in Tampa.
He's going to whip it around here. I mean, yeah. It seems like a lot of drivers had trouble, filling out the clock. But so far, I mean, we've had a couple of decent runs. Nice wheelie there. Oh my goodness!
It's back up! Oh, but he's on the wall. I don't know if they're going to let him drive off that tray.
I don't think they would have. I mean, by how high it is, and I mean, he's pretty much in the seats. But luckily, we don't let fans go down that low for that reason right there. I mean, what a crazy ride that was.
Yeah, if you ever wondered why there's a safety hold down low, well, here's the reason. Jake Galloway just goes into an acrobatic move, and unfortunately, it's going to end early. But look at that, into the railing and into the first row of the seats, as you mentioned, Trey. So if he would have been able to drive off, it would have caused even more damage than it already did. And it's an unfortunate 15 for Jake Galloway. His woes continue here in the East Division. 2 events, 2 early ends. See if he can rebound next week. As next out, it's James Reno in the Taz, looking for a rebound from his early end out in Tampa. He'll stop to the back of the pod for his 90 seconds.
He tried to clear it, but the back tires hit it a little bit, but nothing he couldn't handle. He's going to whip it around here, go for the backside of the MX hill. Nicely done. Look at the air off of that, completely clearing the other side.
Nice start to the run so far for Jay Randall on the Taz, trying to pick it up here as he goes a little bit of a cross right off the MX hill. So nice air off of that, trying to go into a wheelie, but the single ramp is there. The single jump gets around it nicely, but did trip up a little bit, Trey.
Well, I mean, I've always said it. But I'm starting to think these drivers don't listen to you.
I think they want to try and prove you wrong. They love proving us commentators wrong. Maybe they're going to keep going after it until it does something good for them.
Yeah, I mean, they might want to keep trying till pigs fly. I think they'll find that one out. But we'll have to see here. Taz is going to whip it around, though. He's going to be looking maybe at the tabletop. No, back of the MX hill again. Nice air as well with 35 seconds remaining. I mean, he's got some good momentum and stuff, but I'm starting to think he might need a wow factor or something here.
And this is kind of like what we saw with Scooby-Doo and Hot Wheels. They had some solid runs going, but their respective wow factors picked them up a little bit. Scooby-Doo saved, Hot Wheels backwards. We'll see if Jay Reynolds able to the Taz try and equal or advance past those wow moments. He's getting some good air off the racing lanes and other obstacles. We need something big. Maybe this backflip right here in the final 10 seconds. He'll go off the ramp a little bit close to the edge, but it lands perfectly. Can you get a final move in, Trey?
5 seconds remaining here. He's going to kick it into drive. He's going to gun it. He hit it over the tabletop. Nice air there. I mean, I think that's all they're really going to get out of it. I don't know if they'll count that combination move there or not. He's going to park it, though.
Yeah, he kept that truck clean, so respect to Jay Randall in that regard. He's not, Christmas present to the mechanics and the engineers, making sure they don't have to go back and fix anything on that truck. It looks perfectly fine. They can maybe ship it out to the next event.
I mean, right here, so far, the cleanest backflip all night, as you said. A little bit near the edge of that backflip ramp, but nothing that caused it too bad.
We'll see what the scores are as they come down from the judges. For Jay Randall, a 22.5, so that will be second place, but half a point short of William Seaman in the Hot Wheels. He keeps the freestyle lead. We'll see if he can keep it from Raising Cane and Alexander Rowe, who is the next truck out onto the stadium floor.
Nice air off the pod section there for his first hit. I think that's the first truck we've seen hit from that angle of the pod section, unless I'm wrong, but I mean, I could be wrong, Joe. I tend to get wrong quite a lot.
Well, I don't remember if it was the first one, but let's just say it was the first memorable jump off of that side of the pod.
That works. That's a lot better.
Got some massive air to start off his 9 seconds. He's got more massive air. So far, Alexander Rowe, air assault in the Raising Cane. Trey, he is going big, but it looks like that truck on rebound, it looks like there might be some soft springs or something in the back.
That could either work for him or it could work against him. We'll have to see what happens here. As we've always said, those rebounds after you first land this truck are always the scariest thing because it can go whichever way it feels it. And so far, it's working for him right here. Another big bounce, but seems like so far he can control it.
Just looks like that back is sagging down a little bit lower, and I just don't know if it's the cleanest ride for Raising Cane Alexander. It doesn't look like it's in much control on landing either, but so far Alexander making it work, and the Raising Cane needs something big though in this race. He's in the final 30 seconds, so if he wants to go really, really big, this would be the time to do it. And the Raising Cane, more nice air off the back of the MX hill.
I mean, that thing does look like it's on a trampoline. Every time it lands on the floor, it just bounces again. Little cross-eyed. Oh no! Is he going to be able to pull out of this one?
He's on the
so close.
On the side. It's not over yet. He has a chance, and now that chance might be gone. And well, 1 second on the clock.
Yeah, as close as you can get to filling the clock without filling the clock. And what a way to go out there. I mean, he did hit that jump a little sideways right here, as you can see. He almost pulled out of it, but I think it was the top of the pod section that might have caught his truck and didn't let it to come back over.
Yeah, he was on the nose for a long time, and unfortunately for Alexander Rowe and the Raising Cane, he tried all he could right here as he's on top of the pod right here, and it grips a little bit, but it goes the wrong way. If it fell off, maybe it would have had a shot, but it got more onto the pod. A tough break for Alexander Rowe. That's a 20.5, currently only beating Son of a Digger and Jake Galway's 15, so not the best run for Alexander Rowe. We'll see if he can rebound next week, as now we have Aaron Abel out in the hook. He was the first truck out in Tampa, Trey, but did a very decent job. He had been saying, before the event, I just want a top 10. He got 10th, so he accomplished his goal. Now that he's filled out the truck and filled out the series, he can try and go a little bit bigger here and try and maybe aim for something a little bit better than a top 10.
You got to make small steps to get big gain, you know what I mean? So top 10 to start out, it's not bad. Maybe next one wants to go for a top 5, and I mean, he could definitely do it if he continues to, be consistent after what we've seen for the first week here. So far, 2 hits, 2 slap wheelies, so we can't complain so far.
Maybe he's going after the Benny Lynn strategy of last season, where it was, I'm just going to be consistent, get top 7s, top 10s, and point my way to the World Finals and try and get it all there. Because remember, you may, it may be nice to have a point cushion, but at the end of the day, those points don't mean anything, even if you make it to the World Finals, because everyone is on level playing field there.
So, I mean, hey, we've seen that it's a workable strategy, so you never know. But so far, he's had some nice momentum here. That was a really weird ride going over that tabletop, or not the table, the pod section there. He's going to turn the truck around here. He's going to cross-thread the single jump up on 2 wheels and combo it up with the little set of the little MX side right there.
So far, Trey's been a very technical run for Aaron Abel on the hook. A nice backflip right there. A little bit of an under rotation makes it work. It looks like maybe the truck stalled down there after getting onto the nose. Now we have just 10 seconds left to play with some more moves and end out the run the right way.
He's gonna combo it up there over the pod section again, turning the truck up onto its side. What a save!
That was a nice save, and that all came within time. So Aaron Abel keeps his truck relatively clean in the hooked and ends out with a nice move. We'll have to see where that places him in terms of the scoring, but I think it might be close to William Seaman in the Hot Wheels.
You might have to think that this can challenge for the leader right here. Hit that at a little bit of an angle, but I think the back grip too, so it put him right back into the center again. Nicely done there for a backflip, even if it was a little rough around the edges.
And it did stall, it looked like, on trying to back up. But right here, this is the last move of the run. Going all crazy over the pod, off the rear wheel, onto the front, and it just grips enough into the gas, and the truck comes back onto all fours. Time expires, so no reason to do any more for Aaron Abel. And Trey is a tie in the hot seat. Aaron Abel will join William Seaman with a 23 in the hook, so now it's Hot Wheels and Hooked sharing the hot seat here in East Rutherford. We'll see if Connor Jacklin and Overkill Evolution could do anything to change just that.
Well, I don't think he's going to want to share the hot seat with 2 other drivers. I mean, I think he definitely would want to steal that away from 2 people, so we'll have to see what he can do. He's going to... Whoa, my goodness, I thought that was going over there for a second.
No, it was too lucky. One field spread and kept it onto the ground right there. Nice air over the pod, now turning around, and see so far Connor Jacklin will go fake to start the run in the Overkill Evolution, looking like he'll go off the jammer for a nice slap wheel right there. Look at him kind of walking from one wheel to the other in the rear. Oh, he got to the single jump though, and it looks like it kind of slowed him up there.
Oh, Joe, those single jumps can come out of nowhere and just catch you off guard, especially when you're in a wheelie. But he's going to go off the back of the MX hill there a little bit sideways in the air, but luckily he didn't go too far to where it's going to hurt him. So nicely done.
It looked like a 4-link bar was hanging. I don't see it hanging anymore, so either it's my imagination or it's off the truck. But either way, oh no, there it is in the front, hanging down.
Oh no. Yeah, it's there. It's definitely there. I wonder if that's going to... Oh my goodness. I don't know if that's going to impede his performance or not, especially if that thing catches in the dirt there, but I don't even know if he noticed if it's broken or not.
I think he might, because it looks like that left front wheel isn't turning as well. Probably something to do with the fact that that 4-link is hanging down there.
You definitely have to think so, but I mean, it's not going to stop him until the truck can't drive no more. 10 seconds remaining. What all can he do?
Yeah, there's not much at this point. He's just trying to... He was kind of lost right there, trying to find something to do. Oh, he's going to...
There it goes.
Turn it upside down in the Overkill Evolution. The clock will run out to 0, but for a while in the middle of the run there, Trey looked like he was just lost, trying to find something to do, and he couldn't find anything to do whatsoever, and he didn't even end it in the best way. So for Connor Jacklin, not the free throw run he wanted at all.
No, not at all. And right here, I mean, it doesn't look like it's broken, so, I mean, that was... Oh, wait, no, it's the broken right there.
And then right here.
And then...
Yeah.
Upside down.
I mean, I guess that was the way. He was probably a little bit frustrated. He may have known that it was broken, may have known something was broken on the bottom of the truck, and was just trying to find something to do to try and clear that. But unfortunately, it stayed broken the whole way. It's a 20 for Connor Jacklin, one of the lowest scores of the night so far. We'll see how it plays out in the end. Well, Justin Seidel is out in Gravedigger. Last season in Metlife Stadium, he won it. He won the season opener. We'll see if he can go 2 for 2 here in East Rutherford.
He marking it already, Joe?
Yeah, he's already going.
He's gonna put it... Oh, the air off of that. I think that's easily the biggest we've seen off that pod section all night. And he's gonna stay out of the way of the... I guess you can call that a single jump there. So what a way to start out his run.
Seidel had a solid run last week in Tampa. Wasn't anything too crazy, wasn't anything too great. It was just a solid, mediocre run for Justin Seidel in the Gravedigger. He's looking for a lot better here. He said, you know what, it was a decent start to the season for sure, but that's not what the Gravedigger name is known for. We want to go big. We want to win events. Seidel is here with a vengeance, trying to go back-to-back, as mentioned, here in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
to see if he's going to be able to do exactly what you said there. He's going to be eyeing up the back of the MX hill. Nice air off of that as well. He's going to air it out as far as the truck will take him. He's going to turn it around here. He's going to be looking at maybe the side of the MX hill. Yes, he is. And he's going to cross right over that. Does it pretty perfect. Combo it up with the pod section. Oh no!
What?
Oh, I mean, all right, cool.
Justin Seidel has to be the master, just throwing trucks around it, landing back on all fours somehow.
That was a cartwheel, I think. I don't know what I think it was a cartwheel.
Looks like a cartwheel, and remember his pirouette back in Season 1 in Tampa, so Seidel has done a lot of crazy moves with that. He's going for a backflip now into the final 10 seconds, and it's a perfect backflip. He'll try and back it up here and go for one final move, try to end out the run, which has been an amazing run so far.
What's he gonna do for his last hit? He's gonna cross it. Oh no!
Oh!
I thought he was going a lot farther in the air than what he did there, but luckily it hit. I mean, he slammed into the barriers there, but it could have been so much more worse.
Yeah, you know the officials might want to talk to Justin after that one, saying,
yeah.
You know, I think rule number 1 of freestyle is don't launch it towards the stands.
Yeah, I mean, right here, that's a nice cartwheel, but I do have to agree with you. I get it. There's 5 seconds left, but that might not have been the safest option he could have chose there.
I'm sure the officials probably shut him off in midair, right? They saw that truck aiming.
They tried to shut him off before he hit the ramp.
Well, let's see it because we have a camera right down there, Trey.
Is that right? Oh, look at this. I don't want to be this cameraman right now.
No, I don't either.
And then, good thing that was there.
You could see it shook the camera. That's how hard he hit those barriers.
That's, wow.
Well, it's a new leader. Justin Seidel gets in the freestyle lead at 26.5. Maybe the judges were over there. They got intimidated by the final move, but Seidel ends up in the freestyle lead in the Gravediggers. Now we have Blue Thunder, Jordan Stout out. How can he try and follow up what Seidel just did, Trey?
Threaten the judges again? I don't know. Good question, but we'll have to see if Blue Thunder has the answer to it. Nice air off the racing lane there. They always seem to put a little bit more dirt on the racing lanes before freestyle comes out. Just get that little extra air off.
It always seems like sometimes those racing lanes are the best, just perfect mix of both height and long jump. You know, it just seems like they do it perfectly every event to where you can get the longest distance possible while also getting a lot of air off it.
I'm glad they know what they're doing with the racing lanes. Sometimes I question some of their other ramps, but so far Blue Thunder's knowing how to deal with them right now. He's going to go a little air off the tabletop there. Nicely done, landing on all 4 wheels at the same time, minimizing the bounce. And so far, I mean, he's had some good hits and good jumps, but nothing really that, Justin's had.
Hey, Seidel had, like you said, good hits and some good air. Also had a lot of momentum behind that Gravedigger run. Also had that save as well, so Jordan Stout's going to do something crazy. Oh my gosh, I thought that was going to be something crazy, but he tried to put it down before the jammer and ended up hitting the jammer at the front of the truck.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that. You can usually break something or bend something underneath that, but with about 20 seconds remaining, there's nice air, but he's got to step it up a few notches, I got to be honest with him, and get something going here. He's got a nice air off the pod section, might combo it up, a little squirrely, but looks like he's going to be able to control it.
Yeah, that was a nice move off of that. Final 5 seconds are coming up. He'll go off the backflip ramp, but twists in air. It lands onto the driver's side, but it lands back on all 4s. The clock will tick down to 0. That's it. He parks in the corner by the backflip ramp. So, in fairness to Jordan Stout, that's not a bad run. That was a very solid run. It just wasn't, I don't think, as explosive as we saw with Seidel.
I don't think it was. I mean, this might be, I would easily say maybe third or 4th, give or take, but as you said, I mean, definitely nothing that, in my opinion at least, is going to take the lead.
Yeah, we'll have to see what the judges think for Jordan Stout. It's a 23-5, so that'll be second right now by half a point, Trey. So nothing terrible for Jordan Stout. Had some good momentum going throughout the run in the Blue Thunder. It works out for second place right now. Now we have Zachary DeLello in the Predator, and he'll go straight for an obstacle cross turn off the MX Hill. Kind of lands it the back nicely to get a little bit wheelie down the MX Hill.
A very nice move right there. Sky wheelie into I guess you can call it a normal wheelie down the back of the MX Hill there. Nice air off the racing lane again. So far, 2 hits and some nice moves.
You know what, Trey? I have to think that Zach DeLello with the Predator truck might be one of the most underrated drivers in the BeamNG Monster Jam series. I mean, just think back to Season 1 when he was in Bounty Hunter, won an event there. Last season in Predator, he did a lot of good things, and I mean, he's always a solid freestyler. It may not be the best, on most occasions, but he's always so solid, placing, you know, top half, top 5. Zach DeLello knows how to do a freestyle well, especially behind the wheel of this Predator truck.
Right here, these are our first scored donuts, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. We've had, what, one other truck do donuts, and that was Hot Wheels after the time has expired. A little sideways there, but, I mean, yeah, I totally agree. If, you know, you're going to put money onto someone, I think this would be a solid bet to do that with.
That was a nice backflip for DeLello. Now he's into the final 25 seconds in this Predator truck. Needs to find some sort of wow moment, though. As I dealt with his cartwheel, what can DeLello find in the Predator truck to try and match or one-up that wow factor?
You've got to do something pretty crazy here. He's trying his
There it is, Trey! There it is!
What?
Well, that's the final move. Oh, he rips the hood off, teeth are off, and all onto the nose! No. Oh, he's...
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, my gosh.
The officials might want to have a chat with him, too. I mean, that was really out of his control, but that could have been a lot worse.
He's lucky that didn't climb the wall. If it did, that could have been in our safety covers.
I mean, anyway, this was a nice backflip right here. Big air off of it, if we're being honest, and nicely done by Predator. And right here, what?
Whoa! It just gripped that one wheel. And look,
please explain to me how that is possible.
I don't think it's supposed to be possible, Trey. Something like got to. Well, all right, this right here.
Look at the speed. I mean, the amount of speed, and then I don't know if he broke or if they shut him off.
Yeah, they definitely shut him off right there.
He easily could have went over top, but ended up landing on his roof.
Yeah, he's lucky he didn't go into the stands. It's not going to be enough. That is 1 point short. Zach DeLello gets a 25-5. We'll see him into second place right now in the Predator, but there's only 5 drivers left to beat Gravedigger. The first of them is Marshall Burrell in the Mad Scientist.
It makes you wonder, that run right there by Predator was 1 point off. What do you got to do to okay. Just making sure that this run wasn't going to end early. But, you know, what do you got to do to take Gravedigger off the top spot here?
You got to think, you know, I think maybe the level a little bit less momentum than the Gravedigger run, and maybe that was just the distance, maybe, Trey. Maybe that just the slightest bit of momentum could have hurt DeLello. Oh, no! My gosh, he's on the side now onto the other side, and it's slowly coming back to all fours.
Wow, I don't even think he hit the gas there. I think he was just making sure the truck didn't tip over more than what he wanted it to. Nicely done. Nice patience is what we should say there by Mad Scientist.
Yeah, Marshall Burrell had the patience of a saint right there, making sure that he didn't hit the gas too soon or hit the brakes. Nice wheelie off that. Now he has some momentum on his side. Final 40 seconds. He's going for a backflip right here off the ramp and twist.
Oh my goodness.
In the air. Oh, and it cracks down hard in the front end.
I don't know how that truck hold together. I mean, I don't see anything spinning from where we're at right now, but that was a hard landing on that right front.
That was really hard on the front. Here's the save, though. As he goes off that little jump that leads to this, he just catches that in the wrong way, catches the lip of the ramp, and right here, from the rights to the lefts, and look at this.
I don't know if he might be tapping the throttle, but right here he's definitely not touching the throttle.
Well, patience is a virtue, right?
And then right here, I mean, look at literally all the truck weight goes on this right front right here. Oh my goodness, how did nothing break off?
Yeah, I can't believe that the wheel didn't snap off right there. How everything, it looks like, stayed together is beyond me. Unfortunately for Burrell, a lot of time left on the clock, and it's going to be a 12.5 for the Mad Scientist. Not a good way to back up his top 5 run in Tampa. This man was 4th in Tampa. Looks like he could have maybe won it if he could have finished out the clock the right way. It's Monster Energy Blue Green. He's already lost the flag to the stands.
Souvenir, I guess you can say that.
I hope an official goes down there, maybe retrieves it, gives it to a fan. It's stuck in the railing down there.
He might want to wait till the run's over. We've seen, what, a couple, 2 or 3 trucks go scarily towards the little safety guard there, so he might want to wait a little bit. I can still see it in there, so it's still there. Don't worry about it.
Just want to make sure fan gets it. But so far from Luke Rennie, some solid hits. Oh my gosh, really onto the back bumper right there. I think it was past the back bumper. That's how far he went back.
I think there was a second there where his back tires weren't even touching the ground. I mean, as you said, past the back bumper, that's a very aggressive slap, really. And I don't know about you, but it looks like Rainey's got a little bit more speed than he did last week.
Yeah, he has a lot of speed. When you think about last week, he had some cool moves and some really big hits, but unfortunately, one of the big hits off the jammer ended up ending his run basically short. He wasted about 12 seconds of the run at the end, just trying to find a way to get off the wall. Well, now he has this huge momentum, some really good air as well. If he can fill out the clock, maybe Zeidel's a challenger.
He's got a little bit of a pep in his step right now. I mean, I think if he's on the gas, it's full throttle or no throttle at the moment. I mean, it's working out for him as well. Oh no, I spoke too soon.
Oh no, he has a chance to try and save it, but Trey, the single jump.
I'll take blame for that. I think it's the commentator's jinxing him. I was just saying how it was all working out for him. Then he hit the pod section, and I'm sorry.
That is unfortunate for Luke Rain too. That was a really, really good run up into this point. But right here, a wheelie into the pod, and it just comes off the pod the wrong way. And right here, oh, he broke the whole tie rod.
Yeah, I mean, then coming up, as you said, single jump ends it again for another driver. If it wasn't there, I think he would have been able to pull out of it, but not much could have been done.
And the scores for Luke Rain, very decent for leaving a good amount of time on the clock. 19, so not terrible in terms of, I think he had about 20 seconds or so left on the clock, so it wasn't bad for Luke Rainey, but if he could have filled out the clock, it would have been a lot higher for sure. Now we have Chris Reynolds down Stone Crusher, third place in Tampa with his crazy moves. See if he has even crazier moves here in East Rutherford, because it's going to take a lot to beat Zeidel so far.
Nice slap believe there to start out the run, and as you said, it's going to take quite a lot. I mean, I think so far the biggest competitor of that is filling out the clock, Joe.
Yeah, so far, I mean, ever since Predator, we have not had a truck fill the clock. We'll see if Chris Reynolds can break that curse and fill out the full 90 seconds here in the Stone Crusher. So far, doing some nice moves. He's on two, though, trying to save it out of control, but gets it back into control.
That was a very nicely done. I mean, that was a lot of speed, even if it didn't look like it. I mean, that was quite a bit of speed going into that, so good job pulling out of that. He's going to turn it around here. What's his next hit going to be? Possibly the jammers? No, he's going to go for the tabletop there. Huge air off of that as well.
Well, he's into the final half of the run, Trey, so now I think it's the time where Chris Reynolds is going, I was going big, I'm going to go even bigger in this Stone Crusher truck. I need something to beat that 26.5 set by Justin Zeidel in the Great Green. He's going all for it now in the Stone Crusher.
Kicked up a little bit by the backflip ramp right there. He's going to turn around, don't touch the wall, going for the actual backflip ramp now, losing the hood, almost over, rotating it off the bounce of the tires, but he brought it right back down.
And now 12 seconds left for Chris Reynolds in the Stone Crusher. Looks like he's going to air it out off the MXL towards the pod. A little bit of a dangerous hit right there. Forelink is broken on the front and he comes out the pod and flips it over.
That's, I mean, he filled the clock, so he did one thing right, but I don't know if he really wanted to end it in that way or not.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Chris Reynolds because he didn't really have a big wow factor in this run. Is right here. Here's the backflip as he stuffed it into the front, lost the hood, and right here off the front tires to the rear. And luckily, that truck came back onto all fours and didn't go over backwards.
Yeah, it could always be a very scary sight there is watching the truck bounce on the front tires and over-rotating it, but luckily it didn't. And then right here, this is what ended up ending his run, as you said. Broken the full link right there and tried to do something out of it, but just tipped him right upside down.
Unfortunate for Chris Reynolds. It was a solid run, but I just don't think it's going to be enough to beat the 26.5 set by Zeidel in the Gravediggers. The scores come in. It's a three-way tie for that spot at the 23. I think that's right now 4th, 5th, and 6th that are tied for that. We'll see if the final two can try and beat Zeidel, as now Zeidel's nemesis, Max D. Matthew Burnett, out onto the track. We'll see what he can do. Second place in Tampa. Oh, so close to winning it overboard. But now he's here coming out second to last. He's showing off to the fans here at the Metlife Stadium.
So this is the second season we've had Max D with us, correct?
Yep.
And we've had a decent amount of times where it's either Gravedigger taking it away from Max D or Max D taking it away from Gravedigger. So you think we'll see deja vu again?
We might. We'll have to see. I mean, think about last season in the stadium. Trey Zeidel jumped over Burnett's truck, and that in part got him towards the freestyle victory. So maybe Burnett is going to take out a little bit of anger from last season.
Right here, he's going to start it off the single jump into the pod section there. I think he might have been trying to clear it, but he didn't really make it that far.
Yeah, he got close though. I think that was the longest launch we've seen off that single jump so far tonight. More nice air off the tabletop right there. So right now Matthew Burnett on full attack mode, but when is he not, Trey?
That is that's a fair thing to say right there, Joe. I mean, I think Max D in general was always in attack mode, but especially this man right here, he's always 100% or no percent at all.
Burnett can get it done. Obviously, the East Division champion last season onto two wheels, puts it down before he gets to the pod, and even gets up over the pod with a nice move. So, Max Burnett, even when having to slow down, still gets a nice move out of it. Here in the final half of the run for this Max D red truck. Let's just see what he can do to try and top Zeidel's moves. That cartwheel over the pod. What can Burnett do in the Max D to try and top it?
That's the question everyone's looking for, isn't it, Joe? I mean, oh my goodness, he's gonna combo it up, little sideways there. That was a nice move right there. Oh no!
Oh! He's near the wall. Oh no!
I was gonna say I don't know if they're gonna let him do anything right there. I mean, I think he's too close to the wall to even attempt it.
I think the wall might be holding him up. I think he hit the wall when that happened, so I think it might be still holding him up.
I don't know, but right here, I was gonna say, I mean, that was a nice move there. I thought he landed it to where he can control it, but just little sideways and right here. I think you're right. I think he did hit the wall here. He's gonna smack it, and is it holding it up?
It's close on the front. I don't know if it is, but for Matthew Burnett, there were 22 seconds left on the clock. It's a 16, which means if Zeidel wins, he'll get it, or we could have back-to-back. Nolan Lawrence and Overboard, the last truck out, going for back-to-back. Trey, he's the only one that can beat Zeidel for this event win.
Wow, I mean, well, if that doesn't tell you anything right there, this man wants to go back-to-back. Have we had anyone take the first and second event of a season so far?
I don't believe so, Trey. I don't think it's ever happened before, so Lawrence will make some history here.
We'll have to see if he can do it. I mean, so far he's got the speed to do it. He's got the nice hits to do it as well. He's building up momentum to do it. Just everything's going to fall into place.
That's going to be a little dangerous as he landed on one wheel, but I think, yep, he's going to corral it back in. So far, good job by Nolan Lawrence keeping that truck in control while it's out of control.
Yeah, I mean, you always gotta play a little bit on the danger side to take the lead away, especially when it's at a 26.5, so you don't really got that many points to play with there. But we'll have to see if Overboard can do it. He's sliding that truck around with about 40 seconds left. I would say he's on pace to do it, but I mean, he might need either a big save or a wow factor, something unique in his run to really seal it there.
Nice save.
Nicely done.
Well, we have the momentum matching Gravedigger. I don't know if the wow moment has yet, but that save will definitely put him with some good points. Final 20 seconds. Nice guy Willie there. What can he do down at the run? He's nearing the back, but he's backing up.
Is he? I don't think he liked the angle he was at. With 10 seconds remaining, he's going to go for it. Corkscrew. Oh, no.
Oh, it looks like the rear just caught the backflip ramp.
Well, talk about not going to plan, Joe. That definitely did not go to plan.
Yeah, he had a lot planned right there. So here's the save. As he, just like Scooby-Doo, turned too fast. And right here, look at him straighten the wheel out and then have to turn back.
I mean, that was very nicely done. The flag stayed on. It put him back down on all fours. And right here, yeah, the back caught it and did no rotation at all and ends up on his side.
We haven't seen many corkscrews, so Lawrence is trying to be one of the first to do it, and it's going to be a 20.5, which means, Trey, for the second straight season, Zeidel is a winner in the Metlife Stadium.
Well, I guess, I mean, you could say he's the king of this place so far. 2 wins here, so you can't complain about that, and no one was able to top him.
Yeah, some very close runs, though. Predator, Zachary DeLello, Blue Thunder, Jordan Stout. In fact, we had 11 runs, Trey, 20 or above. Only 4 runs were below the 20-point threshold, so not too bad. Freestyles here on Christmas Eve for these BeamNG Monster Jam East Division drivers. The points after 2 events, as we'll see where people stand. Zeidel and Lawrence have pretty good cushions, along with Zachary DeLello. 5 drivers, double digits over the cut line, which is right now Luke Rainey, 2 points over William Seaman. But look at some of the names below, like Jake Galway, 11 below. How's he going to try and rebound these final 3 events of the season? We'll see how he does next week. The East Division drivers head to Atlanta. We'll see you guys then.